Welcome everyone to this evening's theater production, For Such a Time as This. Turn your attention now to the opening scene of our drama and join the Philip Unruh family as they pick up their Bibles and experience the story of Esther.
First Chronicles, Second Chronicles, Ezra, Nehemiah. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. We finished Nehemiah last night. Ready to start a new book tonight.
The Book of Esther, that's what comes next. Is that where we'll be reading tonight, Dad?
That's right, Jared. Everybody turn to the Book of Esther.
I miss Grandma Esther.
Come here, Ella. We all miss her, don't we? It's still hard to believe that she's gone.
I think Grandma Esther is just as brave as Esther in the Bible.
She made good cookies too.
Timmy, we love her more than just her cookies.
Well, she did make good cookies. Every Christmas we would go to visit, we would make sugar cookies together. Remember when I spilled the whole thing of green sprinkles on the floor?
Yeah, I remember.
At Grandma's funeral, I liked how the pastor said that God used the humble things she did for his glory.
Dad, didn't Grandma pray for a long time that all our family would become Christians?
She did, son. You're too young to remember, but your grandma was the only Christian in our family for a long time. And look what God has done.
Now here we are, ready to read the Bible together. That was the best legacy your Grandma Esther left for us. Her faith in God and love of His Word.
Now, if Grandpa would get saved, our whole family on Dad's side would be Christians.
Would you like to pray for Grandpa right now, Timmy?
Sure, I'll pray for Grandpa. Dear Lord, please help Grandpa tonight. I'm sure he is feeling very lonely now that Grandma Esther is gone. Please help him to know there is a purpose in everything. For him to humble himself and get saved. In Jesus' name, amen.
I wish Grandpa didn't have to live 6 hours away. Can't we go visit him, Dad?
I wish we could, Ella, but the wheat is just getting ripe, and we have to get ready for harvest. We'll wait and trust God to give us an opportunity to visit in His timing.
Do you know something else we need to do after wheat harvest? We need to get to know our neighbors somehow, especially those older people who are living by themselves. We haven't spent any time with them at all since moving, but I'd like to get to know them a little better.
That's true, Hazel. Dad and I have been praying about getting to know our neighbors better, but I've forgotten about it lately with how busy we've been. Hopefully something can work out soon.
Okay, is everybody at Esther chapter 1? Go ahead and start us, Jared.
This is what happened during the time of Xerxes. The Xerxes who ruled over 127 provinces stretching from India to Kush. At that time, Xerxes reigned from his royal throne in the citadel of Susa, and in the 3rd year of his reign he gave a banquet for all his nobles and officials. The military leaders of Persia and Media, the princes, and the nobles of the provinces were present.
For a full 180 days he displayed the vast wealth of his kingdom and the splendor and glory of his majesty. When these days were over, the king gave a banquet lasting 7 days in the enclosed garden of the king's palace for all the people from the least to the greatest who were in the citadel of Susa.
A refill over here.
Yes, of course.
Where are the eunuchs?
Yes, my lord?
Go and summon Queen Vashti to come before me, wearing royal crowns, so that my guests may see her beauty.
Yes, my lord. My lady, the king requests that you come before him and his guests wearing your royal crown.
What? I will not consent to this foolishness. What could he possibly be thinking? No, I will not come.
It is the order of the king.
No, it is the senseless demand of my foolish husband. I said I will not come, and I will not.
Yes, my lady. I can see why she refused, but there will be consequences for this.
Where's my queen?
My lord, the queen refuses to come before you.
What? This is an outrage. No one stands up against the king of Persia. The queen has gone too far. According to the law, what must be done to Queen Vashti? She is not to obey the direct order of the king that was taken to her.
Queen Vashti has done wrong, not only to the king, but also against all the nobles and peoples of the provinces. For her conduct will become known to all the women, and they will despise their husbands as she has done. There will be no end to this disrespect in this court. Therefore, if it pleases the king, let him issue a royal decree, and let it be written in the laws of Persia and Media that Vashti is never again to enter the presence of the king, and let her position be given to one better than she.
This is wise counsel, my king. Vashti will be an example to all Persia of what happens to those who challenge your authority.
It must be done. She no longer deserves to be queen. I will have this edict made.
Okay, we need to work a little more on diagramming. To diagram a clause, you have to use a dotted line for the subordinating conjunction.
Sub what?
Hazel, you can't read that biography and do grammar at the same time. Close the book, please.
Sorry, Mom. It's just that I can't wait until I get to do great things for God like Gladys Aylward did. I know God has a great purpose for me someday, but right now the greatest thing I do is working on my grammar in the summer.
You know the Lord doesn't make mistakes. He has a purpose for you now, but he might have humble things for you that will prepare you for the future.
I don't see how sentence diagramming will prepare me for anything.
It's teaching of perseverance, for one thing. Let's put our best effort into this. Put the word when on a dotted line. Well, how does the wheat look?
Looks like a bumper crop. We're about to have our first harvest back on this farm we lost all those years ago. Should help pay off the farm quickly.
We have a lot to be thankful for. I wonder. Oh, wow, it's getting late already. Go ahead and put your grammar away for tonight and call the children in, Hazel.
All right, Mom.
Seeing the date here reminded me what day it is today. It'd be her parents' wedding anniversary.
Yeah, it'd be the first one since Mom's been gone. I did call Dad today.
How's he doing?
He's discouraged. I don't know how to encourage him without turning him to the Lord.
You can't encourage him any other way.
It's just hard. You can't drive 6 hours to see him, but would really be best.
I know, I've tried to rearrange our schedule, but we've had so much going on since the move, and now wheat harvest is making it impossible.
I mean, I can only imagine how hard it must be for him. I mean, when we lost the farm before, it's the hardest thing I'd ever gone through, because I was going through it without the Lord. And that doesn't even compare with what Dad is dealing with.
Yeah, you're right. That time was difficult. But you know how the Lord used that to accomplish his purpose in us. I mean, it was because of that we were saved. We can keep praying that the Lord will use this in Dad's life.
Yeah, his purpose is still perfect, even in things I don't understand.
I'm ready to read about Esther.
Mom, look at Ella's face. She claims she washed up, but she looks like she's been eating dirt.
Why don't you help her finish cleaning up then? I almost forgot. I need to go get the laundry off the line.
Oh, I can go get the laundry.
No, I'd like you to help your sister, please. This is one of those humble opportunities God has for you to serve right now. I'm sure Gladys Alward washed off little faces, don't you think?
Mom, this is way less important than what Gladys Alward did.
Is it?
Okay, Ella, come on.
I wish you'd stop bringing it up, Tim. I can't stand in front of the entire congregation and recite a whole chapter of the Bible.
But Jared, it's easy. I did it last year. It was a really fun challenge.
It wouldn't be fun for me. I'm terrible at memorizing.
Be strong and have a good courage. Do not be afraid, neither be thou dismayed, for the Lord thy God is with thee, whithersoever thou goest.
Timmy, that's enough. Those who boast will find themselves humbled sooner or later. I'm glad you can memorize well, but you need to let God use that gift for his glory. Jared and I will talk about it later.
Okay, Dad. May I sign up for the challenge?
You may. You all clean, Ella?
All clean.
Okay. We're at Esther chapter 2. Jared, would you pray to begin?
Dear God, thank you that we can study your word. We pray that you would please help Grandpa to start reading the Bible too. We know you have a purpose for what happens in our lives. Please help us to learn from you now. Amen.
Okay. Before we read in Esther, I have two other passages for us to consider. Hazel, would you turn to Matthew 19 and read verses 3 through 6?
Some Pharisees came to Jesus to test him. They asked, "Is it lawful for a man to divorce his wife for any and every reason?" "Haven't you read," he replied, "that at the beginning the Creator made them male and female, and said, 'For this reason a man will leave his father and mother and be united to his wife, and the two will become one flesh?' So they are no longer two, but one. Therefore, what God has joined together, let man not separate."
Now think about the husband and wife we read about last night. How does this apply to that situation?
Well, Xerxes sent Vashti away. And it says in this passage that we shouldn't separate what God has joined together. We should honor marriage the way God created it.
That's right. Now, Timmy, would you turn to Ephesians 5 and read verses 25 through 27?
Husbands, love your wives, just as Christ loved the church and gave himself up for her, to make her holy, cleansing her by the washing with the water through the word, and to present her to himself as a radiant church, without stain or wrinkle or any other blemish, but holy and blameless.
So, what is marriage a picture of?
Christ and the church.
That's right. Marriage is important to God and is not to be treated lightly, because the relationship between Christ and the church is certainly very important. Christ is my example of how to love your mother.
Dad, I'm glad you love Mom, but I don't think Xerxes loved Vashti very much.
He didn't act in love toward her, did he? We must choose to love others as Christ chose to love us. 1 John 3:18 says we must not love in words or tongue, but with actions and in truth.
Can we read about Esther now?
Yeah, we can turn to the book of Esther.
Now there was in the citadel of Susa a Jew of the tribe of Benjamin, named Mordecai, son of Jair, the son of Shimei, the son of Kish, who had been carried into exile from Jerusalem by Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, among those taken captive with Jehoiachin, king of Judah. Mordecai had a cousin named Hadassah, whom he had brought up because she had neither father nor mother. This girl, who was also known as Esther, was lovely in form and features, and Mordecai had taken her as his own daughter when her father and mother died.
Well, Esther, now you know the edict. All the young girls in the provinces are to be brought to the palace because the king sent his queen off after his party. I don't know what the world is coming to. You know I will try to keep you safe here, but I fear you will not be overlooked by the king's men. I want to speak with you now, in the case that you are taken. You have been like a daughter to me and have grown into a godly young woman.
You've always given me the love and protection of a father, Mordecai. I know you would do anything to keep me safe. But what if I should be taken off to the palace?
If you should be taken to the palace, then we will trust Yahweh to protect you. Listen, Esther, for your own safety, you must promise me this. If you are taken, do not tell anyone that you are a Jew. It will be better to keep your heritage a secret.
I promise. But oh, to think to be taken away to such a godless place.
Do you remember what the Lord told Joshua? Be strong and of a good courage. Be not afraid, neither be thou dismayed. For the Lord thy God is with thee, whithersoever thou goest.
Of course, you have taught me the scriptures well.
It's hard to think about, I know. But you must remember that the Lord will be with you to work out his good purpose through you, wherever you are.
Yes, the scriptures are clear that the Lord our God is with us wherever we are, and that nothing is a mistake. I believe that.
We both will need to believe it.
When the king's order and edict had been proclaimed, many girls were brought to the citadel of Susa. Esther also was taken to the king's palace. And when Esther's turn came to go to the king, she won his favor and approval more than any of the other virgins. So he set a royal crown on her head and made her queen instead of Vashti. And the king gave a great banquet, Esther's banquet, for all his nobles and officials, and proclaimed a holiday throughout the provinces. During this time, Mordecai was sitting at the king's gate.
This is a ridiculous job. I don't say we're guarding a king that we'd rather be dead.
Shh, you can't say those sort of things for all of Sioux City here. You know why we're still guarding the king's gate. We couldn't find better positions in all of Persia.
But Teresh, the king has been so unreasonable with everyone lately. We're practically being forced to stay. I mean...
Calm down, Bigthana. I'm in the same position you are. I feel the same way. Just calm down and listen. I have a plan that will free us from the king's service once and for all.
You mean we'll convince the king to resign or something?
No, Bigthana. You know that's not going to happen. Listen.
Oh. You mean that kind of plan?
Well, are you with me?
I don't know.
If you don't remember how unreasonable he is.
But if anything goes wrong, we'll be goners. I mean, as much as I want to be rid of Xerxes, I don't want to be the one to kill him.
If you only be on my side, I'll pay you 20 shekels of silver when it's all finished.
Okay, I'm with you.
Okay, good. We're almost off duty. Then we'll meet again at my house in an hour. By this time tomorrow, we will no longer be servants of King Xerxes.
I have a message for the queen, sirs.
A message for you, my lady.
The king has sent for me now, hath it? Can it wait?
It's from Mordecai.
From Mordecai? A conspiracy against the king? I must go at once.
Welcome, my Queen Esther. You may speak.
My king, I must tell you, I have heard a report that your officials, Bigthana and Teresh, are plotting to take your life.
Are there no trustworthy officials in my palace? Are you sure of this, my queen?
It has been reported to be my Mordecai, who sits at the king's gate. No other man could be more trustworthy.
This must be stopped. I will look into it at once.
Was it true, Memucan, Bigthana, and Teresh assassins?
Oh yes, the king proved it all true, and they paid for it with their lives. Can't cross King Xerxes and live to tell about it.
Who found out about it anyways?
Some man named Mordecai. It's all been written down in the annals of the king.
Then why is he honoring Haman? What has he done?
Somehow Haman has made himself look good enough to impress the king.
Yeah,
impressed him enough that he's given him a seat of honor, higher than all the rest of us, and we have to kneel and pay him honor.
Watch what you say, you know.
Oh, I never disobey my king's command. He's my ruler. But I still don't like Haman.
Mom, couldn't I go on the trip? I know they're leaving tomorrow already, but it seems like the Lord worked it out. Kelly couldn't go, so I can. And I would just love to be involved in the inner city mission. And we know it would be a good group for me to go with, too. I could learn a lot about how to serve.
That's true, Hazel. The only thing is, it's such short notice. Dad and I will talk about it after breakfast. Remember, wherever you are, the Lord has a plan to use you.
Oh, good. The power's back on. That was a scary storm last night.
Yeah, it was. I've never seen the sky as green as it was before it started storming. Where's Timmy, Mom?
Out with Dad looking at the fields. After it hailed that hard, the wheat probably doesn't look good.
If the wheat's all hailed out, then what?
Then we'll be poor and eat nothing but oatmeal until corn harvest.
Oh. I hope the wheat's okay then. I don't like oatmeal very much.
Hazel is just teasing Ella. Lord willing, we'll still have a variety of food.
I wonder if we should go and see how some of our neighbors are doing.
We probably should. There's that older lady named Miss Tilly who lives by herself.
And Hank just down the road. He lives by himself, too.
Who's Hank?
Remember, he's the one with the fancy four-wheeler. When we first met, he said he would be available to do our chores anytime we needed him to.
Oh, yeah. He gave us Jolly Ranchers when we met him.
Wheat's all hailed out. Total loss.
Oh, Phil, I'm so sorry.
Prayed about moving back onto the farm. Now we'll probably be moving back off. I was just so sure the time was right.
God has a right time for everything, but we don't always see it.
I mean, I don't know what his purpose could be. He seemed to be so clearly leading us here, and now this.
Maybe we're not supposed to understand. At least, not yet.
Will you need anything, my lady?
No, thank you, Ava. You may go. It has already been many days since the king has requested for my presence. I've hardly seen him since I told him about the assassination plot. Could it be that he's angry with me? Surely not. Maybe I'm not supposed to understand. At least, not yet.
Make way and bow before Haman, son of Hammedatha, second in command to Xerxes, king of Persia.
Why do you disobey the king's command?
I am a Jew. I cannot kneel and pay him honor, even if it is the king's decree.
Surely you would not do this, knowing what the king could do to you.
I pay honor to the one higher than he.
Well, what do you think Haman's going to do about this?
If I know Haman, he won't tolerate such disrespect.
That Mordecai! Well, he makes me mad. Well, those Jews think they can do whatever they like, claiming to serve their unseen God. Well, Mordecai's the worst of them all. I just love to be rid of him. Well, there's hundreds of Jews in the king's provinces. Soon he'll be leading a whole big rebellion. Well, now why would I kill only Mordecai? Why couldn't I get rid of all the Jews in one big sweep? If I play my cards right, the king would easily agree to the whole thing. That's it. The king will think it's a fine idea. I'll approach him tomorrow.
Ah, yes, Haman. I see you have one of your brilliant plans. Tell me.
Certainly, my king. I trust you will grant my request, as I am confident you wish your kingdom to be completely free of all threats.
Another threat? Where have you heard of this?
I have been observing the kingdom very carefully myself, my king. It has come to my attention that there is a certain people, dispersed among the peoples, whose customs are different from all the people, and who do not obey the king's laws. It is not in the king's best interest to tolerate them. Therefore, let a decree be issued to destroy them in the 12th month.
And you have verified all this? Tell me.
You may rest assured that all I have told you is no lie. I myself will put 10,000 talents of silver into the royal treasury for the men who carry out this business.
Very well. Keep the money and do with the people as you please.
On this day, the 13th day of the first month, the king commands that all people, on the 13th day of the 12th month, the month of Adar, shall kill and destroy all Jews, young and old, women and children, and plunder their goods. There, that should do it. Make copies in the languages of all the provinces and send it to every province. It is the king's law.
Dad just called. Apparently the storm made national news. Wanted to make sure we were all okay and hear how the crops were.
What else? You look like there's something important.
Well, I don't know what to think, but he said he'd like to go to church, and he doesn't want to go alone, but he says when we come, he'll go with us.
Wow. Praise the Lord.
Yeah, you know, I started thinking, now that wheat harvest isn't happening, if we do storm cleanup today, could travel up there tomorrow and then go to church with him this Sunday. Hank has offered multiple times to do chores for us, so I think we could work it out.
That could work. I think we should try to go.
But what about the trip to the mission?
Mom and I know it would be a good opportunity for you, but this weekend is probably not the best. We would like you to help with storm cleanup here and at the neighbors. And if we would go to Grandpa's, we would like you to come along.
Okay, I guess that makes sense.
I'm sorry, Hazel. I know that's a disappointment. I think the Lord will have lots of opportunities to use you right where you are. We know He has us in the right place at the right time.
I want to believe that. I'll pray that I can believe it too. Come on, Ella, let's make sure you're all clean before Bible time today, okay?
Okay.
Well, was it a successful day?
I'm so tired I could sleep standing up.
I think it was. Hank and I got a lot cleaned up in his yard. Remind me to never plant Chinese elms when I grow up and get my own place.
And Hazel and I helped Miss Tilly. I think she's a little hard of hearing because she called me Jimmy most of the time. But she does make good cookies. I ate 3.5 while I was over there.
Aw, Hank doesn't make cookies. But I still didn't enjoy working with him because he tells good stories from when he was a train engineer.
Was it a good day for you, Hazel?
Actually, I am glad I stayed home. I never realized all the ways God has for me to serve right here. And if it wasn't for the storm, we wouldn't have gotten to know our neighbors this weekend. I'm glad I could be here to help them. And I'm looking forward to visiting Grandpa.
Me too.
Me 3.
I'm so tired. I'm going to be fast asleep all night, the whole drive to Nebraska. Never worked so hard in my life.
I'm tired too, Tam. Let's go and have Bible time and get ready for bed so we can be ready to travel tomorrow.
My lady, Mordecai sits in sackcloth and ashes at the gate.
Take close to him and have him put them on instead of that sackcloth.
Will you put on these clothes, sir? The queen has sent them for to wear instead of sackcloth.
No, I cannot.
He will not take them, my lady.
Then go and bring Hathach.
What is it, my lady?
Go and find out for me what is troubling Mordecai, who sits at the king's gate. For it cannot be a small matter to cause such grief.
Yes, my lady. Sir, my lady the queen has sent me to find out what is troubling you. You know how she cares for you, and she is distressed.
It will cause her grief, also as it has grieved all the Jews. Haman the Agagite has decreed that all Jews be destroyed and annihilated. He has agreed to pay 10,000 talents of silver to carry it out. You must take this edict to Esther and let her read it urge her to go to the king and plead for her people. Oh, Esther, if I could prevent it, I would not ask you to bear this burden. I would give my life for you if it would do any good. And now, I am asking you to walk into great danger. Yet you are the only one in the right place at this time.
What? How can this be? How could the king agree to such a destruction? What shall be done?
My lady, Mordecai urges you to go to the king on behalf of the Jews. You're the only one who can.
Tell him, Hathach, that all the king's officials and the people of the royal province know that for anyone who approaches the king without being summoned, the king has but one law, that he be put to death. The only exception to this law is that the king extend his scepter to him and spare his life. But 30 days have passed since I have even been called to see the king.
This is what he says, my lady. Do not think that because you are in the king's house, you alone will escape. For if you remain silent, deliverance for the Jews will come from another place. But who knows but that you have come to a royal position for such a time as this?
Go. Take this message back to Mordecai. Go, gather together all the Jews who are in Susa, and fast for me. Do not eat or drink for 3 days. I and my maids will fast as you do. When this is done, I will go to the king. And if I perish, I perish.
That was courageously said, my lady. I too will fast for you.
Be strong and courageous. Be not afraid, neither be thou dismayed. For the Lord thy God is with thee, whithersoever thou goest. God is with me wherever I am, and nothing is an accident. I do believe that.
I'm not ever doing a Bible memory challenge again. Wasn't expecting Grandpa to ask me to say my verses. Mine just went blank after I said the reference. What if that would happen to me at church?
Don't be so hard on yourself. You didn't know them well yet, that's all.
Made a fool of myself right after I was boasting how well I can memorize, too.
Well, you could sulk, or you could humble yourself and keep working on your verses. Funny thing is, I was thinking I might get up the challenge to do I might get up the courage to do the challenge this year. It would be a shame if I did it without you.
Guess so.
I just got off the phone at the bank. Sounds like we won't get any grace period for our mortgage payments. I don't know. Was it wrong for us to go into debt to buy the place? Felt peace about our decision, didn't we?
I think we did. I don't know. Even if it was the wrong decision, God was sovereign over it.
Am I interrupting something?
We don't mind. Come have a seat, Dad.
Did you and the children finish the baseball game?
Yeah, we did, but, well, Jared and the girls beat Timmy and me, and I hate being beaten, so I guess I'll have to recruit the two of you for the next game.
Well, I might not be an easy recruit. My knee has been bothering me lately.
Oh, you're 33 years younger than I am. You won't fall apart because of one baseball game.
The children really enjoy learning baseball from you. I just hope you're not overdoing it.
No, oh, I'm fine. I need the exercise. It does me good. It sure has been nice having your family here. I'm glad you're willing to come on such short notice.
We know God has us in the right place at the right time, and we're really glad we can be here right now.
Yeah, it's been lonely the past few weeks, I'll admit, without Esther here, but, well, I've had a lot of time to think about things I haven't really thought about before. Well, we don't need to talk just about me. You've had a lot going on yourself lately. You have anything on your mind, son?
Actually, I do. I won't pretend that I haven't been struggling after this hailstorm. It's not only the lost crop. Just remember all that has happened to bring us to the position we're in. When we lost the farm before, it was the hardest thing I'd ever gone through. But I saw his hand so clearly leading me through what seemed like a disaster, and I was willing to accept that he was calling me somewhere else. But when the farm was up for sale again, it really seemed as though God was leading us to buy it. Now the hailstorm has made me wonder whether I misunderstood his leading. But I guess what I'm really doing is doubting God. He's in total control of even the consequences of my choices, and I need to trust that he has us in this place right now for a purpose. Anyways, Dad, as I've been thinking about us losing the farm years ago, well, I need to apologize for how I treated you back then. I was stubborn and proud, and acted as if I deserved for you to loan me the money I needed. We've been reading in the book of Esther as a family. I've been seeing how prideful I've been.
No, Phil, that's all right. I don't hold grudges. You got that stubborn pride from me, but, well, you turned out a better man. I'm glad of it. I've also come to a decision.
What's that?
I've decided to loan you whatever money you need to keep the farm.
No, Dad, you don't need to do that. God will provide.
Well, don't be stubborn and proud this time. I won't take no for an answer. Since you've arrived, I seen how you responded to this difficulty, and, well, it's clear you have the same faith your mother had, so I know that whatever money I loan you will be used wisely.
Dad, I don't know what to say.
Well, then just say that you'll believe your God brought you here at the right time, just as your wife said a moment ago. Heard your family reading the book of Esther together last night, and, well, I've been reading the same place in Esther's Bible.
That's wonderful.
It's hard for an old guy like me to change his ways, but, well, if the offer still stands, I wouldn't mind joining your family to read the book of Esther together tonight.
The offer will always stand. Thank you, Dad.
Queen Esther, what is your request? Even up to half the kingdom it will be granted.
If it pleases the king, let the king and Haman come today to a banquet that I have prepared for the king.
I will have Haman brought at once, so that we may do as the queen asks. Queen Esther, what is your petition? It will be given you. What is your request? Even up to half the kingdom it will be granted.
My petition and my request is this. If the king regards me in favor, and if it pleases him to grant me my petition and to fulfill my request, then let the king and Haman come dine with me again tomorrow night. Then I will answer the king's question.
We shall most certainly come.
Most honored, my queen. As you know, I have wealth beyond what you can imagine, and many sons, and the king has placed me in highest honor, far above all other men in the kingdom. And furthermore, I am the only one, along with the king, that the queen has invited to the banquet, both today and tomorrow. But, well, all this gives me no pleasure, with that Jew Mordecai sitting at the gate.
Why should he spoil all your pleasure? Don't wait until the 12th of the month. Have a gallows built today to hang him on.
Yeah, and have it built 75 feet high. That'll please him, the bragger.
In the morning, ask the king to have him hung. Then you can go to the banquet and be happy.
That's it. The king will think it's a fine idea to deal with the threat immediately. We'll make an example of Mordecai for all the rebel Jews in Persia.
Servants!
Yes, my lord. Can my lord not say
Of course not. Why else would I be awake at this hour? Go and get someone to read the Chronicles of the Empire to me.
Yes, my lord. Wake up! Wake up! The king needs you now. Come on, get up. You're not supposed to be sleeping on duty. Come on. You're supposed to be awake. Get up. You gotta go. Go. Go.
2 of the king's officers, Bigthana and Teresh, who guarded the king's doorway, conspired to assassinate King Xerxes of Persia. But Mordecai...
What honor and recognition has Mordecai received for this?
None, my king.
Who is that in the court?
Haman is standing in the court, sir.
Bring him in. According to the law, what must be done for the man the king delights to honor?
Now who is there that the king would rather honor than me? Have this man dressed in a royal robe that the king has worn, and have one of the king's nobles lead him through the streets, proclaiming, "This is what is done for the man the king delights to honor."
Go at once. Get the robe, and do just as you have said for Mordecai the Jew. Do not neglect anything.
For Mordecai the Jew, huh? What has he ever done to the king to receive such recognition? Boy, I'd sure like to know what the king was thinking. Thought I was the highest honored among his people, not a Jew. Sure like to know what got into the king's mind. Oh well. Might as well just get it over with. I'll have my revenge on Mordecai when he's dead. This is what is done for the man the king delights to honor. This is what is done for the man the king delights to honor. This is what is done for the man the king delights to honor. This is what is done for the man the king delights to honor. Well, I had to do it for that Mordecai. What is the most humiliating thing I've ever done? What was the king thinking? I'm the highest honored among his people, not a condemned Jew.
Beware, Haman. This does not bode well for you, since this man is a Jew. You cannot stand against him. You will surely come to ruin.
Sir, you must hurry. The banquet is almost ready.
Queen Esther, what is your request? It will be given you. What is your petition? Even up to half the kingdom, it will be granted.
If I have found favor with you, O king, and if it pleases your majesty, grant me my life, for this is my petition, and spare my people, this is my request. For I and my people have been sold for destruction. If we had merely been sold into slavery, I would have kept quiet, because no such distress would justify disturbing the king.
Where is he? Where is the man who would dare to do such a thing?
The adversary and enemy is this vile Haman.
What?
Please, O queen, I truly did not realize these were your people. Save me from the king's wrath. Speak a word in my favor.
What should be done with this traitor?
If I may speak, Your Majesty.
Speak up!
A gallows stands by Haman's house, my lord. He had it made for Mordecai, who spoke up to help the king.
Hang him on it!
That same day, King Xerxes gave Queen Esther the estate of Haman, the enemy of the Jews, and Mordecai came into the presence of the king, for Esther had told how he was related to her. The king took off his signet ring, which he had reclaimed from Haman, and presented it to Mordecai, and Esther appointed him over Haman's estate.
My king, if it pleases you, let an order be written, overruling that of Haman. For how can I bear to see disaster of my people? How can I bear to see destruction of my family?
Because Haman attacked the Jews, I have given his estate to Esther. Now, have Mordecai write another decree, in the king's name, on behalf of the Jews, and seal it with the king's signet ring. For no document written in the king's name and sealed with his ring can be revoked.
It's true. The Lord my God has been with me to work out his good purpose through me. Now he will deliver us just at the right time.
Well, tonight is the last night we'll have devotions with Grandpa. Does anyone have any praises or prayer requests they would like to share?
I'm thankful I'm right here instead of at the mission. I thought it would be wonderful to do great things there, but God had other plans for me to serve.
You know, Hazel, you remind me of your grandma. Before she became a Christian, she always wanted to do great things. But after she became a Christian, she was content with doing humble things for God.
I have one. I decided I would go ahead and sign up for the Bible Memory Challenge so we could pray about that.
Good for you, Jared.
I don't really want to do the challenge, but I want God to use me, and I want to be humble. I could pray that I would have the courage to do it.
Be strong and of a good courage. Be not afraid, neither be thou dismayed, for the Lord thy God is with thee, whithersoever thou goest.
We will pray for courage for both of you.
Any other praises or requests?
Well, I'm thankful for the opportunity it's been to read the book of Esther with your family this week. The Bible really does change people, and well, this week it has changed me.
Changed you how, Dad?
Well, I suppose you could say from the inside out. After the funeral, I was lonely and questioning everything I believed. You came at just the right time. I saw your response to the ruined wheat, and it showed me that my questions were on the right track and that the answers were found in that book you were always reading. I didn't know what I was getting into at the time when I started reading it myself, but well, God has opened my eyes and shown me the pride and sin in my heart. I now believe as you do. Christ has redeemed this old sinner, and he does have a purpose, even in things I don't understand.
Does that mean you're a Christian now, Grandpa?
Yes, I guess it does.
Wow, Grandpa is a Christian.
Praise the Lord.
This is one of the greatest blessings I've ever received, Dad. To think it has come out of this trial. God's purpose is perfect indeed.
We've been praying for you for a long time, Grandpa.
Yeah, we've been praying for you more than anything else. Now when we leave, you won't have to be so lonely anymore.
This has been a special moment, all of you. I wanted to say something sooner, but well, the change didn't seem quite real yet. It was almost too good to be true. I guess I'll have a lot of Bible reading and learning to do now, won't I? I hope you don't stay away too long. I'm really going to need your encouragement in the Lord.
Don't worry. I at least will make sure we visit again. Boy, I'm sure glad I could be here for this. God worked everything out perfectly and had us all here for just such a time as this.
He certainly did.
I just wish Grandma could be here today.
So do I. She prayed for me right up until the day she died. Things had continued the way they were. Well, God had me at the right place at the right time, even through her death. I came across a verse this morning that Esther had underlined in her Bible about Christ dying at the right time. Do any of you know it?
I do. We memorized it in last year's challenge, Romans 5, verse 6. You see, at just the right time, when we are still powerless, Christ died for the ungodly.
That's right, Timmy. That's who our God is. He delivers at the right time.
What a day that was yesterday. Our sorrow was turned into joy, our mourning into day of celebration.
Yes, those who were so eager to destroy us found themselves fleeing in fear as they became the destroyed.
Who would have thought, blessed be Mordecai, the Jew, and Queen Esther, for they have brought deliverance for their people.
And blessed be the Lord our God, who accomplished his purpose at the right time.
Amen. Let's go join our families for the feast.
rise. It was not for this that I have been made second in command. My cousin Queen Esther and I have been brought into authority at this time to be used by God to save and justly rule our people. Fear instead the one who has done this.
All I have is now to be faithful, to be holy, and to shine, lighting up the darkness right now. I really have no choice but to voice the truth to the nations, a generation looking for God. For such a time as this, I was placed upon the earth to hear the voice of God and do His will, whatever it is. For such a time as
Thank you for coming. Please join us for refreshments in the basement. You may consider yourself dismissed.
for such a time as this. Do you ever wonder why? Seems like the grass is always greener under everybody else's sky. Right here for this time.